These guys are patriots. This is why you're here. This is why you're here, folks.
Hey everybody, how are you? I'm Matthew Foltz, and I'm with my teammate Mike Mangano, the sauce fella from Gumba Sauce and Taste of Sicily. You may know his sister and seen her on live videos, Christine Mason, one of the owners of Taste of Sicily. I'll tell you what, these guys are pioneers in Pennsylvania. I mean, at one point they were probably one of the only restaurants open to 100% capacity. So I'll tell you what, the reason how I met them is back in the beginning of April, I started to see that this whole thing was a fraud. So I started a group called End the Lockdown, and it grew by thousands and thousands. And what happened was, is subscribers to the page were sending in videos from Mike's Facebook page, Gumbas, and videos from his sister's Taste of Sicily. And I kept seeing these videos come in, and I was like, who are these people that are standing up and really taking a stand against this tyrannical governor? And as an entrepreneur myself, and I was putting together a big summer festival called Freedom Fest down in the Harrisburg area. So I reached out to Mike and Christine and said, hey, would you guys like to be speakers at my event? And they said, yes. So we started planning that and putting that together. Well, once that wrapped, as entrepreneurs, we were like, what can we do more? We have to do more to help this state. So then we started off, we created EAT, which is our acronym, EAT. It stands for Entrepreneurs Against Tyranny. You can follow us on Facebook. It's really imperative, and I'm going to make this point real quick before I continue, to help follow Gumbas, Taste of Sicily, and Entrepreneurs Against Tyranny on Facebook. We are being censored hard right now. They won't let us invite. They said that they're monitoring what information we can and cannot put out, so that's where we need the public's help.
You got it.
But thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I got it on mine.
So, again, we started Entrepreneurs Against Tyranny, and we started off kind of gradually. We said, you know what we're going to do? In all of we do everything free of charge. We do not charge. The expense falls on our backs. We're entrepreneurs that are opening up the state. So we started reaching out, or we had restaurants reach out to us and say, can you help us? We said, yeah. So we put big events together. We went to Pittsburgh. If you know of Kimberly at the Cracked Egg, who's making a huge stance and has a lawsuit against Governor Wolf. We went out there and served her, and her business is slamming now. And we were doing this across the state. And then we decided, well, we still need to be doing more. So what could we do? So we started setting up meetings across the state with business owners, with Taste of Sicily's attorney from Prince Law Firm, Eric Winter, who beat the governor and the Secretary of Health, Levine, in court. They cannot come in and bother them anymore for social distancing or masks or any of that crap. Okay? So we started having meetings, so we brought the attorney in. Then we had a former PLCB agent reach out to us and say, hey, can I join your meetings and show bar owners and liquor license owners how we can navigate these waters and how you can open up to 100% capacity. And we did that in Pittsburgh. We did it in many different cities, and they were packed houses, standing room only. And I'll tell you what, we haven't heard of any restaurant that came out of those that didn't open up to 100% capacity. And at this point, we're right around 1,000 restaurants and bars that have opened up to 100% capacity. Because knowing your rights is crucial. Getting the information is crucial. Knowing that if your small business gets hit with this placard that the Department of Ag comes in, just know that the Department of Ag does not have the right to cite. Only a law enforcement officer has the right to cite you. And if you're a liquor license owner and you're worried about them taking your license, look, ladies and gentlemen, no license has been taken in the state of Pennsylvania in over 40 years for any reason. For any reason. They can't take your license. Can they take the deed to your home?
If you don't pay your taxes.
They can't take your license. And if you're going to fight it in court, guess what? The good thing is that the judge that you're going to be in front of, he's looking at one thing and one thing only. That is liquor code. Okay, so he's not going to be seeing anything about masks or social distancing. He can't make that call. He can only make a call on liquor code. So you're golden as long as you haven't been serving underage children, having bar fights, and maybe selling drugs in your establishment. You're good to go to fight this tyrannical government. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you hear from a man whose family stood up in court in unity and beat this tyrannical governor, my teammate and sauce fella, Mr. Mike Mangano.
All right, I just want to be real brief. Here's the bottom line. Something that I see at work in this country, and it's got to stop. We as Americans, you as Americans, must make sure that you know your rights. Listen, it's no different than if you have a spiritual belief and you're attending a congregation, if the Bible is your basis of your faith and your belief, if whatever the preacher is telling you is not in the Bible, then you know something is up, okay? Same thing, and I'm gonna draw a comparison. Same thing like this tyrannical governor. If he says or he wants to do something that is against the U.S. and Pennsylvania Constitution, you got to make sure you know your rights and you don't have to listen. Bottom line. So with that said, listen, we beat the governor in court. You know what that means for everybody? And you got to spread this message. If you're a business owner, you need to open up your business to 100% and basically say, screw the governor. Okay? That's what you got to do. There's something at work here called psychological warfare, where this governor and these other tyrannical leaders use the media to tell their propaganda BS and their message, and unfortunately, a lot of Americans listen. You gotta know what you're listening to, and if you have to, turn that crap off. You gotta know your rights. You gotta make sure you got a good lawyer if you have any questions. The bottom line is, this governor and his very twisted and confused Secretary of Health, they're nobodies. They're nobodies. And listen, last thing I'll say, because the time is short here, look at Taste of Sicily. Listen, this governor ain't doing jack crap. We beat him in court. We're open 100%. You don't see us in jail. You don't see us arrested. We're not criminals or crooks. We're not gangsters. So now I'm going to give you the challenge. You need to open up your businesses to 100%, and you ain't got to fear no governor. All right? So get with it. Get with it already.
Thank you. How long do I have, Bob?
4 minutes.
All right. Good afternoon, people. My name is Rick Sherman. I stand before you by the grace of God and a shot of good Tennessee whiskey. The reason I'm here is to raise holy hell over what's happening in America. Thomas Jefferson once said, "A government fears the people will have liberty. When the people fear the government, we have tyranny." Many citizens here in Bradford County and all across this great land are fearful of the great scourge that we have been attacked with, the China virus. What happened next is worst of all. Many who want the demise of America have used the virus and the fear to attack our civil liberties. We fear the iron fist of Governor Wolf. Do we? No. He looks to rule over us and to bring us to heel. Are we going to let him? No. I stand here not as a statesman, but as a lowly storekeeper and restaurant owner.
You're not lowly. You're good people.
Sorry.
You're essential. Cold out here.
There we go. I'll get a little spit on it. Sorry, folks. 230 years ago, another Sherman stood up for tyranny. Roger Sherman. I'm here as a distant nephew of this great patriot.
I thought it was